Hi, this is Ka, and for this week, I'm not going to do a plan with me, but I'm going to talk about the new thermal printer that I got, and my layout for this page, it's the same as last week, and my work session pages, it'll be the same as last week, so I won't show you that. I'll just, I need to refer to the back pages of this Muji Undated planner, so that's why I have it open here, but I'll just leave it here. So I just wanted to talk about the new thermal printer and how I'm using it. I won't go through how to actually use it, like the app, how to connect to the app, how to print, things like that, because I think it's very user-friendly. So you don't need a lot of instructions, and I don't know all the functions as well. Like I'm just using the basic function, so I don't know a lot about it yet, but I've really been enjoying how I've been using it, so I just wanted to mention that, how I'm using it in my planner. So I bought it like a few weeks ago from a brand called Paperang. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I keep it in this Muji pouch, and also I keep this Muji perforated washi tape. And the squares, individual squares, are pretty small, but like you can see here, you can use multiple squares and to tape it. So I think it's pretty useful, the fact that it's perforated. And I also printed the Instagram post that I uploaded just to remind myself about the points that I need to talk about. So first, I print information that I find online that's too long to write, like paragraphs, long paragraphs, or charts, or like page layouts that's very complicated, things like that. I don't want to write everything down. I don't want to draw that, so I maybe take a screenshot of that and print it and tape it into my planner. And the examples that I will give, it's going to be a bit TMI. It's going to be very personal because I'm using it for my life. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But for example, last week I had a colonoscopy, and I don't have in like details yet because it hasn't been 2 weeks. So I don't have the results, exact results, but they did mention that they found something. So I've let my imagination run wild. I've been preparing for the worst case scenario, and I've been doing a lot of research, what that means, what the term they gave me in Korean. I don't know it in English. What that means, what I should do, things like that. So I've been printing information about that. And so yeah, I've used my health insert a lot this year and recently as well. So yeah, I print stuff and I paste it in here. I tape it in here. And then secondly, I print some photos of, again, this is like health related. I print photos of symptoms and keep track of this. So again, TMI, but on my and if anyone knows what this is, please tell me. But on my upper left thigh, and always in the exact same spot, I've been getting like mosquito bite like bumps that disappear within a few hours. So I can't exactly go to a hospital because it disappears, but I keep getting them. So I printed a photo. I took a picture. You can't really see it, but I just wanted to mark the location. So I took a photo and I taped it into my planner, and next to it I'm recording the dates when this bump appears. So if you know, please let me know what the heck this is. But yeah, so I've been doing that. And number 3, to print personal notes from people that, and the notes that have sent me, and I read them whenever I start doubting myself, and I believe this works better for me than like the general affirmations that you find on the internet, like oh, you can, you're the best version of yourself, you can do better, you have potential. Like those really don't work for me because I have like this underlying layer of self-doubt, I think, when it comes to professional work, so they don't really work. But and this was true for when I was a designer too. Like I doubted, you know, am I a good designer or things like that. But now for grad school too, I doubt like, oh, am I doing the right, am I writing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Is this of value? Things like that. So, but when people in my life, especially in grad school, if they send me notes, some have, and I'm very grateful for that, and some have told me that they've expressed their beliefs in my abilities. So I printed that, and I read them whenever I start doubting myself, and I think it's very useful because general affirmations, they don't really work for me. So yeah. Okay. And then lastly, wait, that was the last point. So yeah. Oh, and then for in relation to number 1, page layouts, I did sort of print out I think this was before I decided to buy the Take a Note planner. I took a screenshot of the pages that they had on their website, and I printed them out and planned out how I would use this. So for the first pages where they have the like the habit tracker thing, I'm going to keep track of my period and pills. Period for the first row, pills, the number of pills that I take for the second row, because I take the pills for my period, painkillers, yeah. So I'm going to do that. Here I wanted to mention, because they have a lot of space in the margins, which I thought was really nice. On the left, I'm going to write weekly goals and weekly reviews. And on the right hand side, I think I will write down my YouTube ideas and YouTube video planning on the right hand side. Yeah. And then here with the pages with the days of the month running down it, I'm going to turn this into a habit tracker. So I'm going to track my sessions, Instagram upload, YouTube upload, like the things I'm keeping track of here. I'm going to move it over here. Water, if I spend, shower, things like that. So this is going to be my habit tracker. And here I won't have any of the trackers here. But yeah, and on the actual weekly pages, I'll write any events. Like here, what I'm doing here, I'm going to put that over here. And on the actual days, I'm going to have that and like run a line down the middle. On the left hand side, I'm going to do a pre-planning thing, write down maybe in pencil of how I want the day to go. And on the right hand side, I want to write any daily to-dos, to-buys, or notes. So I want to divide them in half instead of using them as like one column. So I wanted to try that out. That's why, and I wanted to plan how I'm going to fit everything in this planner. So I did that, and I also did that for my Hobonichi cousin A5. So how I'm going to use this as a study planner / journal. What I'm going to do here, because again, I want to use this as a habit tracker, but since I'm recording all my like daily habits here, I wanted to sort of work on what to do here, study related, things like that, and what to use the weekly pages for. Here I want to like write down how the day went, like how I spent the day, or pre-plan. I don't know, I'm not exactly sure yet, but if I want to pre-plan here or pre-plan here or record here or things like that, I'm not really sure. But I want to like journal here or write down any quotes from books that I find useful. So yeah, so I'm still working on my study planner. So it's a bit empty, but yeah, so I printed the pages, and then stuck them in my planner. So yeah, that's how I've been using it. This video is pretty short, but I hope it was useful. I don't really use the thermal printer for any memory keeping because I don't really take a lot of photos, like photos of myself or other photos. I don't really take photos. Yeah, so it's not for memory keeping. If I do take photos of my family, I just keep it in my phone. And maybe later, like way later, I might get like a, you know, color printer, but like color photo printer. But right now I wanted to be able to print a lot of like information, things like this, without it being like the price of the paper or sticker paper being a burden. So I went for the thermal printer. But for this this printer, right now from the place I bought it, they don't have sticker paper yet available. But I think they might have maybe next year, but not this year, but next year maybe. So right now these are like just like receipt paper, but maybe later I might be able to use the sticker paper and stick them directly into my planner without having to use the washi tape. So yeah, maybe later I might want a photo, like a color photo printer, but the, you know, refills are a bit expensive, and I wanted to use this for like recording information a bit more freely, being able without, you know, feeling the burden of the cost and everything. So that's why I went for the thermal printer. I don't think I did a good job of explaining that, but yeah, that's why I went for that. I hope it was useful, and I'll be back next week with a plan with me, and I'll talk about my November favorites. Thank you for watching.